My name's Lisa French if you haven't met me before. I'm a hypnotherapist. I qualified 8 years ago. I set up my channel really to help people understand and let people know a little bit more about hypnosis and hypnotherapy, what it is and how it works. However, I'm also a big fan of all the well-being things that we can all do to help ourselves, and so my channel has a lot of that on it. So if you're interested in well-being, do please subscribe to my channel. It'd be lovely to have you as part of my YouTube community. Today's video, this is something that I promised somebody that I would make. It's a video, it's a cook along with me, and it's about how to make banana and oat pancakes. I'm very keen on these. I think they're really good, very tasty, and the recipe is from Weight Watchers. They have some amazing recipes. Pretty much all the recipes I make are Weight Watchers ones, and it's nice to be able to cook things knowing that they're the recipes put together with our well-being in mind. So I find that quite reassuring. So banana and oat pancakes is my lunch break. I fancy something a little bit sweeter to eat after having had my savoury lunch, and I thought, actually, why not make the pancakes now and have that and sort out the video as well. So it might be a little bit rushed because there's not much time left of my lunch break. So what I do, I make it quite often, but I've got this little card where I got down the ingredients, which, to be honest, I don't really need these days, but anyway, I thought I'd show you that in case that's helpful for you. And so what do we need in terms of equipment? I have a rack there to put the finished pancakes on. Spatula, I think it's called. Actually, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe it's a fish slice. But anyway, you can see what that is. Have a frying pan, scales, jug to mix everything in, and I use a hand blender. I use a Bamex hand blender, which sorts things out in seconds. So that's the equipment, not essential, but a little measure there. Okay, so let's get started. So got that, put that onto the scales. I make half the recipe, and that's enough for 2 or 3 portions, I find, of banana and oat pancakes. So 62 grams of oats. So I do my shopping online at Sainsbury's. This is not sponsored by them, but so that's where most of my ingredients are from. So let's get that weighed out. So that's that. Next thing, 1 banana, as you would expect from banana and oat pancakes, but you need a banana. So pop that in. Oops, not that easy with the card in my hand. Okay. So I just break that up. Oh, you can't really see actually, can you? I do apologise. So I've just broken up the banana and putting it in the mixing bowl there. So the next thing is 80 ml of skimmed milk. I imagine you could probably use any milk, but that's the milk that I usually use. So I'm pouring the milk into the measuring jug. Okay, that's that done. 1 egg. I feel like it's going to be some kind of magic trick or something. Teaspoon of baking powder. So here we have the baking powder. Not always easy to get the lid off some of these things. I have got a movement disorder as well, which you might be able to see in my videos. I find it, some things, a little bit more challenging than others. Right, okay, 1 teaspoon of this. Pop that into there. And the next thing is 1/2 teaspoon of this. You can use a 1/2 teaspoon measure, but I use this one, save a bit on the washing up. and just do half basically. These measurements probably don't need to be that accurate, so that's that. So here we have the ingredients together in there, and next I'm going to mix them with my hand blender. Now this, I mean, I could move you around so you could see it. Camera angles when you're doing it by yourself in a rush, not great. I'm just going to quickly do it because I think, to be honest, you probably don't need to really see this part. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So, sorry about the noise, hold your ears for a minute. Okay, right, in Bamex literally a few seconds and that's done. Oops. And that's what it looks like. In the recipe it suggests that you leave it for kind of 10 minutes to all come together, but to be honest, sometimes I do, a lot of the time I don't. So that's ready. So the next thing to do is to get the frying pan ready. I use this spray with a bit of vegetable oil in. People have their own individual ways of the way they do things. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Actually, I think you're going to be able to need to see this, but otherwise the video is not going to be that interesting. Oh, you can see my pumpkin. It's October. Right, let's have a bit of a go. Go down. There we are. You can see my plate ready, and you can see the frying pan. Oh, can't see me. Anyway, you can now. So that's just smell that around a little bit. Yeah, not my best filming work. Bear with me, everybody. So I just wait for the pan to move up a little bit, to warm up a little bit. How much time have I got left? Oh, I've got about 10 minutes, so hopefully that should be alright. So, I'm going to get my knife and fork out. I eat these with a fork and a spoon. I have it with a bit of natural yogurt. This is zero fat Greek natural yogurt. Oops. Let's just do this bit next. So I have the mixture in the jug here, and then I just basically pour. I'm going to bring it a little bit nearer so you can see. So I pour 4. This may not work. Actually, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have to be the same size or even or anything. Sometimes I put a little bit in the middle. Oh, there we are. And pop that on there. Kind of low to medium heat, I find works best. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't. So you start to get a few little bubbles as it starts to cook. So that's how you know that it's starting to cook on the other side. And so once you've got a few bubbles, get this, and you turn them over. Now, because I didn't leave it, it's a little bit more runny. If you leave it to stand for 10 minutes, then the mixture is a little bit thicker and it is a bit easier to work with. But we will have a go. This video may not make it onto my channel. Whoops, flip over again. No, that has not worked that one. There's a combination of rushing. Yep. This one here. And then we have this fourth one. It is actually quite a forgiving recipe, to be honest. You can, sometimes these turn out absolutely brilliantly. I'm just going to put a bit more oil in because I'm wondering if that might be a problem. Probably not. And then just let those cook through. One of the things which I really like about them is the texture. It's a very cake-like texture, and so if you're a bit of a cake fan like me, then these go down very well. So, right, let's see. So I think they are nearly done. I don't cook them too much because if you cook them too much, then you lose that cake texture in a way. So let's put that on there. So basically I'm taking them out of the frying pan and I'm putting them on the wire rack here to cool, because these ones are going to be going into the fridge for me to have another time. Oh, these are probably the worst ones in terms of presentation that I've ever made. I could just be saying that, couldn't I? I'm not. I've made them a lot and they do usually come out quite nicely. Okay, right, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit actually because I think I might have got that in two bits. So that's that. So first round has been done, and so a bit more oil in here. As I say, whatever you use, some people use a silicone liner, I think it is. But individual preference. Different kind of things you use will depend on the number of points if you are counting your points for Weight Watchers. So that's important. Okay, right, so just let that warm up a little bit. So I can go back to putting the yoghurt on my plate. So, as I say, I really enjoy them with a bit of plain yoghurt. The other thing is that they suggest putting a bit of agave syrup, which is a natural sweetener, on the pancakes. So sometimes I put that on. Personally, I don't find it's necessary, but I think it depends on your own individual taste, really. So that's the yoghurt there. And you can have it sliced up with another banana or some different fruit. I'm on Blue Plan, so all fruit is 0 points. And actually I lost 10 pounds with Weight Watchers last year, and what I found is it's taught me to eat in a healthy, balanced way, and so I feel that I no longer need to track my food because I've learnt how to eat a balanced diet. So that's what works for me. Different people are going to do things in different ways. So right, okay, let's go. So another round of pouring in. Actually, I have quite a lot of oil in here. I don't usually have that much in. So I usually do my 4, and then final bit in the middle if necessary. Okay, so pop that back onto the heat there. I tidy up as I'm going along usually, so oh, actually there is a bit left in there. Don't want to be wasting any, do we? Actually, you know what, because I'm in my lunch break, I think I might just leave that. So I kind of start rinsing things. I've got a dishwasher, but I find with cooking things sometimes you need them more frequently than actually do the full cycle on the dishwasher. So okay, so that's just coming along nicely. And the other fruit that I'm going to have is I'm going to have today some blueberries with my banana and oat pancakes, which are in my fridge to the other side of the tripod. So let's see, shall we, if I can reach those without knocking over the tripod. Ooh. Ta-da! Blueberries. I'm really fond of blueberries. They seem to me that they're incredibly healthy. But I think the evidence is there. And they just, to me, they just look and feel like they are healthy. So I don't know the details of everything that's in them. But a Google search, the right place, will give you the information if you need that. Okay, one of them is a little bit mouldy, so I'm taking that one out. over there for a minute. Okay. These are really, really nice. So these ones are looking a lot more how they usually look when I make banana and oat pancakes. I'm just going to show you. You can see you've got the kind of bubbles on there as it starts to cook through. Still a few more minutes to go, my lunch break luckily, and also take me a bit of time to eat it. Today is an office work day for me, 2020, so I'm working from home. And that to me has been one of the advantages, actually, to be able to cook fresh, healthy food for myself during the lunch break. I loved all the lunches out and things like that, and actually I've realised that that was probably contributing to the extra £10 that I'd gained. And also going in and out of the stations, I did used to sometimes pick up a little bit of chocolate as I was going through, particularly if I was doing something after work and I was coming home quite late, feeling a little bit tired, and picking up a bit of a sugar fix. But now, like most people, I'm doing everything on Zoom, so again, that's not necessary. I have a chance to eat a proper meal before my activities, and so it's working out quite well from that point of view. I do really miss my colleagues. If any of you are watching, hello. And it's, yeah, really, that is the more difficult part of it, but I think we're all managing. Okay, right, so I'm going to turn these over. Actually, while I've been chatting, they've become quite well done. But anyway, so there we are. So that's a little bit more well done than usual, but that would be fine. It's not burnt exactly. It's just well done is how I would describe it. So a little bit more time on that, and yes, soon be ready. Actually, let me just, I know it's a bit late now, turn that up a little bit. So I don't need to bend down. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Okay, I've learned so much from doing this YouTube channel. Technical side, presenting side, you may not agree watching this video, but I feel like I have. And if you've been watching my videos, thank you so much for watching all my videos. I've had a lot more views of my YouTube channel recently, and I'm so happy about that. So thank you very much if you're part of my YouTube community. If you're new, welcome. Okay, right, so I think we're done now. So let's just get these out. Put them onto the plate. Oops. There's somersaulting onto the plate. There we are. And these two go over here to cool and then go in the fridge and be handily available to have for breakfast. What I do is I put them in the microwave for about 40 or 50 seconds, a group of kind of 2 or 3 of them, and then that's brilliant. It works really, really well for breakfast doing that. And so I will show you the finished product there. Would you like to see a bit of agave or agave syrup? I think that's how you pronounce it. On the top, it means another trip to the fridge. So hold on a moment. I've got quite a small kitchen, but actually the advantage is that I don't have to walk very far to get anything. So here we are with the agave syrup, and then that just pop a little bit of that on the top there, clean, and there you have a nice sweet treat or a breakfast. I think these are 5 points on blue if you're having half of the quantity that I've suggested. As I say, for me that usually can break down to 2 or 3 portions, but quite easy to do the maths on that. So there it is. So thank you so much for watching. I hope the video wasn't too disruptive and too all over the place for you, and a Weight Watchers recipe for you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.